Okay, welcome to Bike Forever, and this time we've got a really old Commodore 64. This is one of the Breadbin models. It's a Rev A motherboard, and it's not in good shape really. I mean, the keyboard doesn't look too bad. I've cleaned it up a little bit, obviously not too much. It's got a lot of yellowing on the case. The Commodore 64 sticker there's missing. What else have we got? There's a bit of a crack in sort of grill there. When I was growing up, I never had one like this. So I had a C64C. So I regret not keeping that now. But anyway, yeah, this one was sold on eBay as for spares, and not working. I did try it, and I got like a bit of a fizzing and a sinking noise, as they call it, from the capacitors. So the aim today is to try and recap this thing. So stick with me, and we'll hopefully get this working. That is, if it's the caps that are the problem. Okay, here I've taken the keyboard off, or the top off the computer. You can see all these lovely capacitors that are potentially waiting to destroy this. I mean, they may already have done. Should really have recapped it before I powered it on. I think actually in the kit, this is really cool kit, which has got all the capacitors that I'm going to replace, and I got this from Retroleum. I think I've said that right. Retroleum.co.uk, and I think it's mainly just the electrolytic capacitors. It's these three big ones here that and a lot of people say are one of the problems. All these ceramic capacitors, that's not part of the kit. So, and I've heard that they do drift slightly, I think, over time from the tolerances, but we're going to see how we go on with just with electrolytic capacitors. Anyway, stick with me and we'll carry on, get the motherboard out. It's also worth saying, got this new solder sucker, which is not a fancy one, but it is apparently made in Japan. Turn it on so it's possible to see it. Made in Japan, which is incredible, really. You don't see that often. Usually it's like China or something. And also I probably won't need it yet, but I got this extractor tool for chips. I mean, we might have to get into that if it doesn't work after I replace capacitors, but we'll see what happens. Little soldering station there, which so far has been pretty good. I think I got that off Amazon. And yeah, I also got the anti-static mat, and I'll probably be using the anti-static wrist strap as well. Now, it's worth saying I've never done anything like this before. And well, it basically doesn't work anyway. Black screens when you can hear a sort of bit of audio on the TV, but it basically doesn't work anyway. So sure of sending it off to someone for like £100 repair. I'll try it myself. I've done a bit of soldering before on things. Right, okay, so just carrying on here with desoldering the old caps, and managed to get the first one off, which is unbelievable. And this solder braid and this solder sucker from Japan actually works. Can't believe that. So that's the first big capacitor off. I'll probably put the new one on next so I don't get them mixed up, and then come back in a minute. So yeah, that's the first one in, and as far as I can tell, if the camera will focus as well, these aren't too bad solder joints. This is the back view. I haven't trimmed the blades off, but yeah, I want to try and do a good job because there is a bit of history in this. I know they've sold don't know how many tens of millions of these, but still, if I can get this working again after all these years. What does it say on it? I think it says 1983. Yeah, so I think I'll be lucky if I get it working, but you never know. So, carrying on with the soldering here. What I also wanted to do is show, well, I wanted to try and test some of these components I'm taking off, these capacitors. And I got this on Amazon. It was basically a pre-built kit. Like the board's all soldered up and everything. You just had to sort of screw it together. It's pretty cool because you can test transistors, resistors, diodes, stuff like that. You just basically had to solder on bit of wire on this, and you just put it in terminal 1 and 2. You just press the button and it tests it. It turns out this, turn the camera around, this 470 microfarad capacitor is now actually 528, and the ESR, whatever that is, I haven't looked it up, is 0.32 ohms. Okay, so we got all the big capacitors in. This is a 2200, two 470s, there's 100 there, and also I've done a couple of these other ones, or 4 of the other ones as well, the 10 UF ones. 10 microfarad ones. So yeah, I think that's the end of part 1. Come back, or I might just do it off camera and then go straight to testing it. But I'm currently waiting for power supply to turn up, like a new one. It did come with one off eBay, this was the original. I'm not sure if I trust that. Not sure if they were current limiting or not. I measured the voltage on it, it was alright, but yeah, so I'll see you in the next video.